on you guys, this is Erica Bernie finally coming back with another video. Today's topic is about getting fat after basic combat training. And I can honestly tell you, after basic combat training, I did get a little bit fatter than I was during BCT, mainly because I had more options of what I could eat during AIT, during the passes and all that stuff. When you think it can't happen to you, because I didn't think it could happen to me, it happened to me, and thankfully it took me a few months, or actually took me a year or two, to realize that I actually need to lose weight and think about all the healthier choices I can eat instead of just eating crappy foods just because it was fast. It tends to happen after AIT. It does slowly happen during AIT, like I said, but it usually happens after AIT. Even if you're National Guard, Reserve, active duty, whenever you go to wherever it is after AIT, it's now you figuring out what food you want to eat. So people always wonder how. You know, I'm eating a lot like I did in basic training, and how am I getting fat? Basic training, you had a small amount of time to eat your food, and it was pretty much they served you what you could eat, and then you go to the salad bar, you get your food, and you only had a certain amount of time you can eat before you had to throw it away. So when you're actually in AIT, or even usually after AIT, you don't really have that small amount of time. Now you can eat more, and you can be like, I don't want to throw this food away, so I can save it for later and just eat it after work or after the gym or something like that. So you go to basic, you get the food you eat, and after basic training, you're like, I can eat whatever I want. I can take my time eating this pizza, and I can actually take my time to taste it, because when you're at basic combat training, you don't really have that time to slow down and taste the food that you're eating, because you're just ready to rush and eat, and then so you have enough nutrition in your body so you can sustain of whatever you're gonna do the next training event and all that stuff. And the main thing I can tell you that usually gets a lot of people is you're thinking, I'm doing PT every single day. I'm either running, I'm always moving for the most part, but for the most part, I'm doing PT every day. So that means I can eat whatever I want. That is what gets a lot of people, and that's honestly what got me. So in basic training, you're moving a lot. You're always constantly moving, no matter what you're doing. Even if it's running from from the drill pad to your barracks room, you're always constantly moving. During AIT, you kind of slow down a little bit more, and then when you get to your unit or wherever you're going next, you don't move as much as you do in basic combat training. So you do eat a lot in basic, but then you burn a lot of that food because you're constantly moving. So when you think you can eat that much during AIT or after AIT, you're not able to, because you're still holding that food in, because you're not moving as much as you did in basic. Because usually in basic training, you're doing something every single day, or you're doing something the next day, and you have all that carbs, or have that fat, all that protein, and you're using it for the next day. And one thing, drill sergeants always tell y'all to drink water, drink water, drink water. And when you get to AIT, when you get to your duty station or wherever you're going, no one's constantly reminding you to drink water. And water helps to lose weight. It really does. So when you're actually dehydrated and all that stuff, no one's reminding you like they did in basic training to keep drinking water. And one part that everyone will always remember was corrective training. So during the time you're at basic training, you're always kind of doing corrective training. You're getting more PT in as much as you can, and again, you don't get that much when you're done with AIT. That's just pretty much it though. Like, think about what you're eating, and think about, like I said, I usually eat whatever I want, but that's usually because I'm counting my macros. So there's portions that you can have. I used to think, oh, this has broccoli, I can eat it, and that honestly was like beef and broccoli. I wasn't very smart with everything I was eating. So before you just splurge on whatever you're eating, think about it, and actually keep a scale on you, or keep the scale at your barracks room, keep a scale at your home or wherever you're going to next, so you can see, am I gaining weight, am I losing weight, what am I doing? Because it does happen. Basic training, drill sergeants are constantly making sure you're eating, making sure you're drinking water, and making sure you're doing freaking PT. AIT, they make sure you get your meals in. They do PT in the morning. Depending on where you go, they may even do corrective training then too. But then after you're in AIT, you're pretty much an adult, right? So people won't constantly be like, you need to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You need to make sure you're going to the gym even if you're doing PT, because PT doesn't fully help. It helps you sustain, helps you make sure that you can do your PT test, but it doesn't make you lose weight. It's all about the food that you're eating in the kitchen and all the stuff that you're making. I'm just giving you guys a heads up that it does happen. You wonder, sometimes people wonder how that person can gain so much weight. It's because, one, they look at themselves in the mirror every day, so they don't realize how much weight they're putting on. And that's something I had to deal with before. I didn't think I was putting on so much weight until I stepped on the scale and realized I did gain a lot of weight, and I wasn't seeing in the mirror because I saw myself every single day. So I'm telling you, just a heads up, warning, after you're done with basic training, after after done with AIT, I would say go to the gym, make sure you're eating right, and if you have any questions, go ahead and write down in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just helping you guys out a little bit because I know that's something I had to deal with when I left AIT, was to make sure that I'm eating proper and that I'm going to the gym and making sure I'm doing right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.